Hi everybody, my name is Michael Brown. I'm the CEO of Swept, bringing you another video from the 21-day challenge on winning your next contract. And this video is about cold calling. So I'm very excited. You can even see I start to smile when I say it. I enjoy cold calling, as crazy as it may sound. I've been very successful with it, and that's what we're going to share in this video is some tips and tricks to get you there. So you've now watched the other videos, you've selected a target client, through some of the content that we shared with you. You've built a list, you're ready to get going. It's all about getting in the proper mindset. So when you hear about someone who's like on a hot sales streak or things are going really well for them, it's all because once you close that one sale, you're very confident. And if you can trick your mind into being confident with each and every call that you're doing, you'll have a better win rate. So in one of the other videos I shared with you about building my list, and I'd color it yellow if I had to follow up. I'd color it green if they wanted me to do a lead. And I would go through and see that as soon as I hit one green, I'd be looking through and all of these other leads were green because they wanted me to go in. I was calling them, super excited, and if I was having an off day, it just wasn't working. I could see very clearly that people were saying no over and over again. So one thing that can help frame your mind up for this is thinking about 100 contacts that you have. You build a list with 100. How many of those do you think are actually going to result in you doing a walkthrough of their space? So think about that number. Another way to back it up a little bit further is how many do you think you're actually going to get a hold of on the phone? So you may get a hold of 50 people, you leave a bunch of voicemails, and you're following up, you might get 10 people to walk through. That's actually pretty good. So when you're calling and you're on number 20 or number 30 and you haven't set any quotes up, do not get discouraged. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it get in your head, because if you stop, that is actually the failure. Continuing on, pushing through, that's where you're going to see success. So many people burn out. And it's just because they lack the confidence to do it. If they knew going in how many calls it was going to take, and they allow themselves to stay, happy, allow themselves to smile when they're on that call, allow themselves to go through that process, they would actually have better success. But most people give up. So they say that the stat is around 7 to 10, up to even 14 touch points with someone before you can get a sale. So that might be a call, that might be an email, that might be stopping in, that might be sending them a flyer. There's all of these things. And so don't get discouraged when it doesn't work out right away. The other thing to remember is that you're not trying to close the deal on the phone. So some people, I'll take cold calls, and I like to listen to them myself and give feedback to people when they're calling me, because some of them are calling and they're right into things and telling me how much this is going to cost and all the rest, and think, I don't even know you. Why are you talking about price? When you're talking to someone, the first thing you want to do is address a pain point for them, let them know that there's something different that you have that's going to change things for them. And so we've provided some cold calling scripts. Scripts help you get the conversation started, but don't feel like you need to use the same script over and over again. You'll see success. Start thinking about the calls that go very well. What did you do differently? That's how you can start making slight little tweaks and changes and getting used to your script. Because if you sound like a robot, nobody wants that. In fact, even these videos, I don't script. You'll see I'll look down, I see a little bit of information, and then I talk to it. That's the same way I do cold calls. It has to be genuine. It has to be you. So that's a great way to sound more confident as you're going through this process. The other thing is leave a message and let them know your name, your phone number, leave the brief message, and let them know when you're going to follow up. If you don't tell them that you're going to follow up tomorrow at 2 or you'll follow up on Wednesday at 3, they'll just ignore it. When they know and they've heard you and they've received your message 3 or 4 times, eventually they're like, you know what, this person is persistent. Either 1, I respect them, or 2, they're annoying me. I'm going to just call them and get this over with. And in that call, you can actually have an opportunity to connect with them. So again, you're not trying to close a sale. You're trying to get another piece of their time, whether it's a further phone conversation or whether it's a meeting into their space to show them what you're about. So that's really the main point. It's all about being in the proper headspace. So listen to some music to start things off. I don't know what type of music you listen to. Nothing too relaxing. You want to get pumped up, get on those calls. Spend about an hour a day doing your calls. Just hit it and keep going through. It's the repetition that's going to make you successful. I guarantee you, if you do that, you will win more contracts, hands down. I don't know anybody who's stuck with it who's not won more contracts. So I hope that helps. Any feedback, I'd love to hear it. I'm sure there's going to be lots of people challenging me on this because cold calling, a lot of people have opinions on it. I'd love it. Send the feedback and get out there and win a contract.